record of tax compliance. We have more in this report.
The Minister of Communications told Parliament on Friday that the Common Monitoring Platform had uncovered potential under-declaration of taxes amounting to 470 million Ghana cedis by the mobile network operators from 2015 to the first quarter of 2021.
Under-declarations detected. The introduction of the Common Platform has uncovered that prior to its introduction, 470 million cedis in taxes was lost from potential under-declarations between 2015 to the first quarter of 2017. An estimated 300 million in taxes was saved between the first quarter of 2017 to date as a result of the announcement and actual implementation of the Common Platform from March 8, 2017 to date. There would have been a potential loss of a total of 1.5 billion cedis through to the end of the Common Platform contract had the Common Platform not been implemented.
The Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram, Sam George, asked the government to provide clarity on the revelation that millions in under-declared taxes were saved in the telecommunications sector since the implementation of the Common Platform.
The original question was to find out how much incremental revenue has been made. From the responses given, I am yet to see incremental revenue previously, before the inception of the Common Platform, and since the inception of the Common Platform, month-on-month breakdown or yearly breakdown, how much incremental revenue has been received.
The Minister, in response to a question from the Ningo Pram MP, said 1.5 billion Ghana cedis would have been lost from the state if the Common Monitoring Platform had not been operationalized over the 5-year period of operation. But the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications, Kenneth Ashigbe, refuted the claims.
We want to once again state that these claims, though be they potential and estimated, have not been brought to the attention of our members at all. And it's also contrary to the ongoing working relationship between ourselves, the Ministry of Communication, the NCA, and GRA, and their technical partners, Kelly GVG, regarding the Common Platform. Nothing, it does not support these allegations that have been made at all. And we need to stress that as an industry, we have not under-declared any taxes. All the audits and things that have been done, have not shown that, and our relationship with the owners of the Common Platform and their technical people does not support this assertion at all.
According to Ashigbe, the Chamber will be seeking audience with Parliament through the Select Committee on Communications to address the allegations.
We would be seeking audience with the Select Committee of Parliament so that we can also go and state our case and possibly get assistance of Parliament to be able to get whatever reports, actual reports of that, if really exists, will be brought to our attention so that our members would be able to explain with evidence of actual payments that have been made, so that we'll be able to address this. So in the coming days, we definitely would be going to Parliament.
Let's move on to some other stories. The management of the Bright Senior High School in Achim Kokrantumiha in the Abuakwa North Municipality has begun its own investigations into the incident which led to the attack and assault on 3 invigilators of the West African Examination Council and a journalist from Daily Graphic. Management of the school, who have condemned the act in no uncertain terms, say all those who took part in the unfortunate incident will be identified and punished accordingly. Citi News' Eastern Regional Correspondent Neil Ni Amate Kanako has the rest of the story.
Following the arrest and subsequent bail of the proprietor of Bright Senior High School, Mr. Bright Amponsa, and 4 teachers by the Koforidua Divisional Command, management of the school told Citi News they have begun investigations into the assault incident, which they say occurred on the blind side of both teachers and management. The public relations officer of the school, Isaac Asari, who spoke to Citi News on the incident, condemned the actions of the students, indicating that those found culpable will be punished.
There were no teachers to control these students. I don't know how they actually did that. What aroused them into doing this kind of thing? We have spoken to these young ones. We've chastised them. We've told them that what they have done is wrong, and as young people whom we are raising to build our nation, they don't need to do this. This is not the kind of youth we want to raise for Ghana, our dear country. And then this incident has been in other schools, in other regions as well. We also want to tell everyone, every student anywhere, any youth anywhere, we don't want you to behave like this. We don't want you to rise up against authorities or your leaders. So we want to say that our youth, you should submit yourself to authority. You should go down. After all, examination is not a fight, a do or die. It is just to prepare us from one stage to another.
A number of civil society organizations as well as state institutions have condemned the growing spate of lawlessness among students. In a bid to protect the integrity of the exams, WAEC has moved the examination center from Bright Senior High School to the Oforipenyin Senior High School effective Saturday. This is to also ensure the safety of invigilators. Some students who spoke to Citi News say they are ready for the challenge at the new examination center.
I'm much interested in it. So in Bright School, people are thinking that we use Apple to write our exams, and which is not true. So once they've taken the center to pass, I'm hopeful that you go there and you come out with flying colors.
I'm not scared at all, because in Bright School always we study hard. So everywhere they will take us to, I have the view that everything will be okay for us. I believe that by the grace of God, we'll come out with flying colors.
In Bright School we learn, so we believe that we'll pass wherever they would like to take us to. We are much happy because maybe they may be thinking that in Bright School we do up or whatever. So now that we are going to meet different people, we'll know that yes, we'll show them that in Bright School we learn.
But the public relations officer of the school, Isaac Asari, pleaded with WAEC to reconsider its decision to relocate the school's examination center to the Oforipenyin Senior High School.
All of them, over 1,000, are going to walk. Maybe, I don't know, maybe walk from here to pass. They will walk for more than 30 minutes. And on the road, should any car run into them, you can imagine the kind of chaos that will create. And if they are also going to take vehicles from the school, you know, we don't have taxis around, so they have to walk to the main road and then get taxi. And I don't know how many of them have planned, knew that they will be traveling to a different examination center and therefore have money on them. Worried. We should be worried, because how can 1,000 people be moving, I don't know, to move, to walk, to track, or to board cars? And if the school car will even transport them, you can imagine the number of times the car, maybe it will have to start 3 a.m. Because COVID season, you can't pack many of them into the car. You have to space them up. And it can take a few at a time. So maybe 3 a.m. we have to start busing them from here to, that is something. That's something. And we think that though the children have done something that is uncalled for, something that is bad, something that is despicable, we still think that authorities should consider them.
Now, it's been 2 weeks since President Akufo-Addo eased restrictions on tourist sites after nearly 5 months of closure due to the coronavirus. In this report, Citi News' Caleb could have spent time at Ghana's oldest botanical gardens, as Abri Botanical Gardens, and shares with us how the facility is responding to the eased directive.
Away from the stresses of city life, many troop to the Abri Botanical Gardens in the eastern region, a preferred destination for soccer and greenery. But periods of isolation, restrictions, lockdown, and quarantine have kept most people literally under house arrest. And so, when the president eased restrictions on tourist sites, it felt like an amnesty to breathe again.
Relaxation, freedom, we are happy.
It's a breath of, fresh air and all that. I always tell my wife, when you come to the side of town, the atmosphere is quite different than in Accra. So yeah, it's good after this lockdown to come out and have this breath of freshness all around.
With a 5 Ghana cedi rate, the gates of Abri Botanical Gardens were open to me. The imposing Royal Palm Avenue Crescent serenaded me as it did other tourists. I was pleasantly surprised to find several others who arrived ahead of me, like this Chinese family determined to strike all the right poses and create memories of a lifetime. It was a day out for most parents and their little kids after months of restless moments in lockdown. Friends met to catch up on moments lost in the refreshing ambience of the Abri Botanical Gardens. Lovers had a good time engaging in little sweet talks or simply walking away together from the troubles in their lives here in the breeze and greenery. Patrick Akufo-Addo has been a tour guide here in the last 38 years. He says things are slowly picking up after the devastating impact of coronavirus.
Corona, no, in fact, I can't na brea corona no a chance in young say ama young Jumedia Wahano Akofem. It's an say Microfo Afa has a Wumfia, would me betana ji wong any na woko, na corona no biano, one sheso emma. Na Esha Afina, I say, one a buyokanka crenti, a man for a chassis say, or bepese or beba.
It is so fun, Akoye.
Oh, Mitumi who say, Senya, Wanga Pake, Cas, Ewahano, Nama Ebe, Okwembiazo.
It's party time for Lydia McLean and her family. She tells me how it feels like having fun while conscious of coronavirus.
10, 9 years today. It's a big event for the family. Besides being the auntie, I'm your grandmother, so I'm really excited. The family has not hung out in a long time. So following the lifting of, sort of easing on the restrictions, we wanted to hang out, but we didn't want an indoor event. And Abri, as you can see, is the ideal place to do that. Outdoor, lots of space to hang out and have fun. It feels like we are returning to normal as in current time, because everybody's realizing that, listen, this thing is here to stay with us at least for a long while. We need to get on with our lives, but with a lot of caution. I have my mask here, but among close family, I put it away. So yes, we are actually having fun, but being mindful of all that we have to do.
For Gina Arnold, it is a lot of relief spending time with family outdoors.
Being here is like a relief. I mean, for the past 4 months, being in the house, and it's my sister's daughter's birthday. Actually, they are twins, so my sister decided to come and do the birthday party here. And so I'm relaxed and then I'm enjoying myself.
What has this meant for the family as a group?
And it's a big celebration for the family. I mean, it's a blessing to have twins, and I mean, it's a blessing. So all the family and loved ones decide to come with us and celebrate.
The Abri Botanical Gardens has been an ideal venue for many musicians to record their music videos. Being able to finally shoot their choral music video here means a lot to choir master Augustine Komla Mauli.
We brought a group called Voice of Peaceful Hearts group, or the singing group, to come and perform over here.
Okay. Is this something you're doing as a music video?
Yeah, we are doing this as a music video.
How important is this venue for this music video? And prior to the lockdown and the easing, how difficult was it for you?
In fact, the lockdown has actually disturbed our rehearsals a lot, but we managed.
Aside the business and fun, there is a lot of history around here, like this 600-year-old Nyamidia that has finally been uprooted. Next to it is another of its kind, planted 95 years ago by Sir Gordon Gorgesbeck. The buildings are antique, but they have suffered neglect due to managerial issues. This has led to a shutdown in the past. If you thought the lockdown period would be used to renovate parts of the garden, you would be disappointed. But if you love the lush green lawns, you will be excited to have your picnics here. Except that, should you have a stomach upset, the washrooms here are not functioning. But this alluring pergola, otherwise called Lover's Lane, will certainly make for a good walk with that special someone.
Ah, nature is beautiful.
I'm going out. I'm going picnicking
this weekend,
tomorrow.
let's go to a breeze.
No, I will go alone.
Hey.
So I'll go with my family.
Then I'll give you the go ahead. You are working next weekend.
No, but it's really beautiful to see that people are going. Oh, why are you doing this to me?
You are working.
Look, I have the right to life.
Are you teaching me about law?
No, I'm just reading the Constitution for whom it may concern.
I am saying you are working. Take it or leave it.
My bribe. I'll give you quickly.
But the garden is beautiful. It's still beautiful.
Lovely. I think I will go there one of these weekends.
Yes,
so I'll carry Binta there. We'll go and chill.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys enjoy.
Thank you, V.
Okay, but driving through bad roads daily is nothing new to residents in many communities across the length and breadth of the country.
One of such places is Lakeside Estate within Ashalibotwe here in Accra. Residents of a suburb there known as Room 6 tell Citi News that they have endured the undesirable nature of this road for more than 10 years.
It was yesterday that you can see the place. So the curtains, you have to change it. That's what we do weekly, weekend. Yes, you can't do it every day.
The dusty nature of the road is evident on the walls and on top display words and goods. As a result, many of the property owners here have resorted to leaving their walls unpainted. But the dust that manages to enter into the rooms of these residents is difficult to combat.
Also, the dust is causing us a lot. It enters into our rooms. Every day you have to be the cleaner, every day and every time.
But residents aren't the only victims. Motorists, particularly commercial drivers, seem to bear the greater brunt. Although disappointed in successive governments for seeming lack of attention given the stretch, they can only but deepen the cause for same.
Still on communities, and President Akufo-Addo has introduced free water and subsidized electricity from April to June 2020 as part of measures to alleviate the economic impact of the coronavirus. Now, following the completion of the 3 months, Ghanaians were informed that they would continue to enjoy free water for an additional 3 months, starting August 2020. Unfortunately, some residents of La say they struggle to access free water. My colleague Jifa Amatam has more in this report.
In his mid-year budget review, the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, informed the nation that Ghanaians were going to enjoy 3 months of free water. Unfortunately, some residents of Labadi have not benefited from this social service.
I said, dear, just say 4 days, 3 days, you can't say free momo dear. Free momo so no makra. 3 days, 4 days, to see a baby no 12 o'clock will be ada. I send a baby pipe no. Obi who are quite Juma wa bread. What to me, Bessipe, sense you are a Banica Cienso, a Banica Cranka, a Banica Simpaka, also the Buano Aquada, the Baba Ebia Missoria, but now 12 o'clock at 3 and Sana Macacoda. I said, my name soon, Cacra, I could borrow tanking him until your palm says, so won't be or won't be any day. Say no message upon or more beer or beer for Juma, or better me boons and Sana water. Not 12 no, or about 8, 9, what 11, 12 no, how my empire. Me say no many almost 60 years, and I'm going to met nothing songs from 12 Faber Pin 3 and Sana Mada, Manacacra, and Sana de Guportacamo, Sana may be beer, met me tiente, a pomucho, or more yard more, if say 3 days, 4 days, no baby, and said 3 days, 4 days, or more bien and Tamumaya, or be able to Mabun soon be. And so no Dabia, or Basontas, no 2 days, Nana 3 days, name back. Name Banasi government no beman so no yen fa mba aha yen hu so bebia yen fa mba ha yen fa mba kwejo na aha ye kwejo na court area no yen fa mba ha yen fa mba ha
Ghana water tank
dabi ebia ni ha
omutatum ebe 1 month na omotu pipe na pipe mba yenya so aye de bedware say ye fagalo na yakọ market side na yakọ akoso na ye yaba ansa ye de bedware ati ye pese ye hwe mu hwe mai na mu hwe mu fa omun kasa na omun bie pe pipe mu mai omun tapa omun tap bie mai na ye unchire ati enu na
Agnes, an entrepreneur, shares the frustrations that have come with unpredictable flow of water.
Yeah, no, have the one said Bula. I don't know if it's from. But you knew and the one you was if you form the said that to go deep, Yankasan 2 years because of so problem in it. Yet 2 man go deep. Send a beer, Yan Suya, or be able to me a sebi. Also, because says to a bin of her and say, Banisai and Yabia, the one yes, I been so well down. Yeah, old, yeah, any be brave, huh? A bit of heavy, I've been so young to go to
Theophilus discusses the dangers of relying on unsafe underground water.
Sabula no wano na no na yusu na e didware enu so enye se we no every fa machine be no every toku neba ebi bibi betumi atom na wonim na wakwakosa na wo de adware na edu sa meble bibia na yare bia tiwo bia obi ba ka kire se e bia wanya yare wanya yare na obi a nim se wakosa sa so na ewo no na wo de adware.
You're watching the Citi Newsroom. When we come back, Electoral Commission commences investigations into alleged registration of Ivorians in Banda, vowing to sanction any of its officials involved in the act.
We'll tell you more after this break.
Rigworld Solutions, forging the frameworks of Ghanaian industry. Engineering solutions from the heart of Takrady, Kejebil. At Rigworld Solutions, we manufacture industrial bolts and nuts, fasteners, hoses and fittings for the extractive and petrochemical industries. World-class products with local expertise. Locate our factory in Kejebil off the Takrady Takwa Road. Call 0302-949917 or 0540-107504. Email enquiries@rigworldsolutions.com. Rigworld Solutions, crafted in Ghana, engineered for the world.
This is the beating heart of an African ready for what is next. And this is the sound of a Ghanaian drum setting the pace. Together, it creates a seamless rhythm of what is and what is to come. A sense of purpose which says that there is more to the Ghanaian than a dream. Ghana always stands ready, and First National Bank is happy to invest, partner, and help Ghana to discover more. This is why we are happy to announce our acquisition and subsequent merger with GHL Bank, Ghana's leading provider of mortgage financing. A merger which delivers an opportunity to discover more growth and prosperity for all Ghanaians. Shh. Listen to the heart beat to the rhythm of the drums. It is time for Ghanaians to discover more together. First National Bank and GHL Bank come together as First National Bank. How can we help you?
You're welcome back. Now, authorities of the Ghana Health Service in the Upper West region are worried over how residents are increasingly refusing to adhere to the COVID-19 safety protocols. The WA Municipal Director of Health Services, Dr. Mwim Pascal Kingsley, who made this known in an interview with Citi News, warned that the situation could inundate the already inadequate health facilities in the area with COVID-19 infections if steps are not taken to reverse the trend. Citi News' Latif Mahama has more.
As the world continues to search for a vaccine for the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic, the wearing of nose masks, hand washing with soap and the clean running water, and the practicing of social distancing have been recommended by health experts as the most effective protocols that will protect individuals from contracting the disease. However, it appears adherence to these safety protocols are being flouted by most residents in the Upper West region. Citi News checks in markets and other public places indicate that most people were not wearing nose masks. Hand washing facilities which hitherto existed in such places were absent.
It is too much. If I wear it, I can't breathe. If not, I have it inside my bag. If I'm entering any mist, I'll wear it. But if I arrive, I'll remove it and air will enter me small so that I can wear it back.
The reason is that the reason for some of us to know where the nose mask is, our believing is there's no more the sickness in the system again. That's why we are not more wearing the nose mask. And secondly, some of us, we don't have money for the system to buy the nose masks. So that is the problem now.
We don't recognize it. Between the virus is no more here. So because of that, you see people walking. That what is coronavirus.
The Upper West region currently has a case count of 88 with 3 deaths. The Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Damien Punguyure, is unhappy that most people in the region are not adhering to the COVID-19 safety protocols.
The region has a case count of 88 with 3 deaths. The first one that died was a 6-year-old child, and then the others are middle age with some comorbidities. So the challenge is that we need to protect this group of people from getting the disease. And so most of our cases are asymptomatic. But when they spill over to people whose immunity is compromised, we got to get high numbers of deaths. So the education must really go down well for people to observe social distancing. And particularly the wearing of nose masks. These days when you walk through town, you see that people are not adhering to this. And we talk and talk and talk. So as media, we want to urge you to also support us.
The Wa East is the only district out of the 11 municipalities and districts in the region that has no COVID-19 case. The Wa municipality is leading with a case count of 30 with the 3 deaths. The Wa Municipal Health Director, Dr. Nguyen Pascal Kingsley, warns that the area could witness an astronomical increase in cases if residents continue to ignore the COVID-19 safety protocols.
There are a couple of challenges, but one of our major challenges is adherence to the protocol by the people. Many have made conscious efforts to adhere to the protocols, especially sanitizing and washing their hands at the early stages of the fight. But it appears like because we have gone a long way in the fight, some people have tended to be reluctant, especially in the very protocols that we are preaching in terms of wearing of face masks and also washing of their hands, social distancing, and then finding themselves among many gatherings. In fact, the wearing of nose masks or face masks has been a big challenge in the marketplaces and also in gatherings such as funerals and outdoorings and weddings. And I would like to use this opportunity to encourage all within the municipality that it is very, very important to wear the nose masks when you are outside your homes. So when you are going to the marketplace, when you are going out of your homes, please put on your face mask so that together we'll be able to fight this deadly disease. We want the disease to go away as soon as possible because the capacity to manage severe forms of the disease is a very big problem and challenge to us, and so we prefer to rather toe the line of prevention. So once you wear the face masks and you practice the other protocols that we are preaching, we rest assured that we will reduce the rates of transmission of this deadly disease.
From Wa, the Upper West Regional Capital, my name is Latif Mahama, Citi News.
Now, residents of Goma are in a state of shock after an unidentified man believed to be in his early 40s drowned in an abandoned pit in the area. Citi News sources say the unidentified man is the 5th person to have drowned in that pit. Correspondent Carver Tete has more.
The body of the unidentified man was found around 7:30 a.m. in the abandoned pit, according to Citi News sources. The unidentified man becomes the 5th person to have drowned in the pit, according to the assemblyman for the area. He tells Citi News to curtail further deaths, the place must be given out to a waste management company to use as a dumping site.
Around 7:30, and I heard call from that place that there's somebody dead, so I have to go to police station and report. And I called the chief, Umaru, they are all coming to see, and I called the NetMod coordinator, and they sent the people to come and help us to send the body to them. It's about 5 times, but my June, it's 2 times happening. Now they have stopped in the quarry, so now it's like a dump. People used to go there and say they are going to bath it, and this incident happened. I think the chiefs and the man in this area, other than give it to the Zulumayo, should come and dump their refuse in.
The Awutu Breku District Police Command, which is partnering the National Disaster Management Organization to retrieve the body, says they will immediately liaise with the Gomwa East District Assembly to barricade the area to prevent another occurrence. Chief Inspector Stephen Tamaklo is the Awutu Breku Station Officer.
We are now at the River Bay, as you know. The body is far away, you can see, far away. And then we are here to arrange the divers who will go in for the body out. So this is what we are waiting for. But we've called the district chief executive, is arranging for a car for us to convey the body to hospital. No, natural for this is my second time of coming in for body here. Yes, but I don't know what the area people are doing. But according to them, this is where they fetch water, do the everything. And then this place, according to my information, it was a stone quarry.
Some residents of the area spoke to Citi News on the incident.
I think correct measures should be taken so that human rights will also be protected. Because today, tomorrow, dead body will be, you don't know whether they come to swim and die or they dump the body when they are already dead. Until further notice, and it is worrying. We have siblings around and you might not know where we will leave them. By the time we are back from that work or getting something to eat, you will not know what will happen to the kids. So I think the government or within the area, everything will post on to the government. So something should be done about it for us, please.
Actually, this is a disaster and it is very appalling. And then it's very scary too. Most of the time we've been hearing that children come here, bath, and then they lose their lives. Individuals come and lose their lives. And then this morning to look at the incidents which has just happened. It's very appalling, but there's nothing to write me about. So if the government or the DC, the officials in our district can do something about it, it will help we the citizens and then the nation as a whole.
Now, the Electoral Commission says it has commenced investigations into alleged registration of Ivorians in the ongoing voters' registration exercise.
In a statement, the Electoral Commission said its initial investigations reveal that the said registration occurred in Banda Cabrono in the Bono region. According to the EC, it will sanction any of its officials involved in the said act.
It noted that all legal means will be used to remove ineligible persons from the voters' register.
Staying with the registration, and some political party agents assembled at some district offices of the Electoral Commission to provide support for their designated party agents at centers in the ongoing mop-up registration exercise.
Now, the EC assigned its district officers as centers for a 2-day mop-up exercise to enable eligible voters who could not partake in the mass voter registration exercise, which ended on Thursday, acquire the new voters' ID card.
During a visit to some of the centers by Citi News' Ni Ayukwe Okain, the registration officers gave reasons for the presence of the numerous party agents amid low turnout of applicants.
This is the Okankwe South District Office of the Electoral Commission, and over here, the mop-up registration exercise by the Electoral Commission is ongoing. According to the EC, this is to afford persons who could not partake in the mass voter registration exercise, which ended on Thursday, the opportunity to be able to engage in this exercise. According to the EC, we've had about 16.6 million eligible voters who have been registered onto the new electoral roll. However, in one way or the other, there may be some people who could not get the opportunity to partake in this national exercise. And that is why today the mop-up registration exercise is ongoing for these people to be able to register. Now, this exercise is expected to end on Sunday at exactly 6 p.m. Since we are here, I will try and then speak to the electoral officer here.
It's been smooth, very, very smooth. And so far, we've registered about 26 people. Yeah.
So which means that there are still people who could not get the opportunity to partake in the mass voter registration exercise.
Exactly. That is why we organized the mop-up exercise, so that those who didn't get the opportunity will use this exercise to register.
But let's find out from you, are there any differences in the processes that one has to go through before getting registered onto the new electoral roll?
No, it's the same process. You come, we check your temperature, you wash your hands, we observe all the necessary protocols before and you either use your Ghana card or your passport to before you registered. Yeah.
So since we've had about 26 people registering here, it means that we have more people out there who are still not registered onto the electoral. What do you think might be preventing them from coming to these centers to register?
You know, initially people are scared about this COVID-19, okay, and some people are just feeling reluctant. You can't really pinpoint the reason, but we know there are a lot of people out there who are currently not registered. But we're hoping before the mob exercise ends, God willing, tomorrow at 6 p.m., all these people will come and get registered. Yep.
Okay, but we've seen a number of people here. Are they all persons who are seeking to get registered?
No, these are party agents. You know, the whole thing is between the two major parties, the MPP and the NDC. So currently it is their agents who are in the office to observe the process so that it goes on smoothly.
I'm at the Ablekuma Central District Office of the Electoral Commission, where the mop-up registration exercise is still ongoing. One thing that is featuring the mop-up exercise is that we have party agents from all the electoral areas within the district mustered up at these particular district offices of the EC to ensure that the exercise is smooth and then devoid of every plans of people who may want to get in to register from other districts. But I'm here and then I want to speak to the district officer here. Today we see many people here. Are they all here to register or some are from different places?
Okay. Actually, those you are seeing now are party agents. Yeah, we are having more than even 14 party agents here today, because in Ablekuma Central we are having 7 electoral areas. And then I think all of them are here because they are saying 2 agents alone cannot satisfy the whole district, because they believe 2 agents doesn't know the people that reside in all the 7 electoral areas. So they are here to monitor the process. That is why you can see all of them here.
But per your laws or regulations, are they permitted to be here?
We are actually supposed to have only 2 agents from each political parties. That is what we are supposed to have. But as you can see, that is why they are not in the territory, but they are behind. So far, so good. We have been able to capture 37 and then still counting. So far, so good. That is what I can say.
So this probably tells us that there are still people who have not been able to partake in this national exercise.
For that one, even if we are to, do tomorrow, still people are going to come, because I believe someone will even turn 18 tomorrow and probably waiting for tomorrow before he or she can come and then register.
Here at the head office of the Electoral Commission, there are 2 centers, which are the Kole and then the Ayawaso Central Registration Centers for the mop-up exercise. Now, at the Kole Registration Center, well, there was nobody there actually partaking in the exercise, but according to the registration officer, there's been about 26 persons who have been registered, in addition to the figures that were recorded earlier in the mass voter registration exercise. We've seen that there are only a few people here. However, outside we can see some other persons who are also standing chit-chatting. Is it that they are done registering, or which people are they?
The people that you are seeing, some have been challenged, so they are going upstairs. That is why those standing, they are not party. They are going upstairs for the challenge. They've been challenged at the field, so they are not party. It's only those people, those who are certain, are part of the registration.
But have you had any instances where party agents from other electoral areas have been here to assist their party agents who have been designated here?
No. It's only those who have been designated here who are here. As you can see, those is for NDC and then MPP. They are the only people here.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
So you heard the registration officer for the Ayawaso Central right here, who was briefing us on how the process has been so far since it started in the morning. But generally, it's been characterized by low turnout. Reporting for Citi News, Amni Ayikwe Okai.
You're still watching Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. I am Umaru, Sanda, Amadu, and I'm here with
Vivian, Lokko.
Still ahead on the Citi Newsroom. 2 bodies of miners recovered at Impetuem after a pit caved in on them.
Stay with us, we'll be right back.
clearly stated that the business partners paid back monies to anybody in the NDC. Nowhere is it stated that kickbacks were taken by anybody in this country.
Tune in to The Point of View this and every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. as I, Bernard Avile, get the right guests, ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you.
If you are diagnosed as having COVID-19, we usually recommend that you are in hospital. Therefore, you are being monitored as you are being given your medication. All your adverse events that you could get are also recorded, and the Food and Drugs Authority Safety Monitoring Department is monitoring these adverse events. So on a daily basis, we call all the treatment centers to find out if they've had any adverse events.
I can be in ministry and I can make money. I can be in ministry, I can ride big cars. So quickly they started running into ministry. They go and hide somewhere and then pray small. When they dream and they have some small visions, they come out and they said, God has called me. And then they start wildly. Their theology is bad. Their behavioral ethics poor. Their understanding of spiritual matters weak.
Remember, The Point of View is live every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Citi TV.
Point of View is powered by Airtel Tigo Extra. Even our bonus data doesn't expire. You the film? Dial *111# to activate now. Airtel Tigo. Life is simple.
About to change your Sunday night for the better.
This Sunday on the Upside Down Show, we have an exciting conversation with dance group featured in Beyonce and Shatawale's video already, the DWP Academy. And later, actress, producer, writer, social activist, Kinky Matters creator, and hair entrepreneur Lydia Forson shares her opinions and new hair journey on the Upside Down Show. This Sunday at 7 p.m. only on Citi TV.
Welcome back. Now, the bodies of 2 illegal miners have been recovered at Impetuem in the Amansia West district of the Ashanti region after a pit they were working in collapsed on them. The miners have been identified as 56-year-old Osei Kwame and 35-year-old Yao Esiedu. The incident, which happened on Friday, took local divers in the area and officials from the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, some time to be able to recover the dead bodies. Zonal Director for NADMO, I.K. Amwar, narrated the incident to Citi News.
It's just, it was their dump, and the dam they used to wash the other things, their gravels. That one overflowed yesterday. It blocked all this incident. It was about 4 people affected, but 2 recovered, and then the other 2 is now dead. One man is 56 years, and the other one is 35. Impetuem in Amansia West, Wazon Kanda constituency.
Some other stories, and the chairman of the NDC Western Region Accra Caucus, Dr. Sipayanki, has assured the party that the Western Region will deliver 90% of the 17 parliamentary seats come December 7. Now, the former chief executive officer of the Ghana National Gas Company, who was speaking at the inauguration of a 30-member Western Regional NDC 2020 campaign team, called for unity, sacrifice, and grassroots campaign for the anticipated win.
The inauguration of the 30-man Western Regional 2020 NDC campaign team
was supervised by Dr. Samuel Sapon, a member of the national NDC campaign team, who urged members not to be distracted by petty internal squabbles. The Western Regional Communication Officer, Richard Kirkmensa, told Citi News the mandate of the integrated campaign team, chaired by the regional chairman, Nana Tuku.
They are going to coordinate with the various constituencies and parliamentary candidates to ensure effective management of our campaign. You know, it is a COVID period, so the party is not going to do that big rally and fanfare type of campaign. It's going to be issue-based, decentralized type of campaign where the constituencies will be detached to the branches to make sure our messages get to our grassroots. And we are going to ensure that this campaign team will also take very key responsibility of the special groups. We are talking about taxi drivers, the fisher folks, the farmers, the disabled people, the physically challenged, all the various constituencies who are not frontline party people. And most importantly, the floating voters.
While expressing his optimism that the region will deliver at least 14 out of the 17 seats, the chairman of the NDC Western Region Accra Caucus, Dr. Sipanyanki, charged the campaign team to unite and sacrifice at the grassroots.
We in the Western region are very determined to win as many seats as possible. Members of the committee, in the subcommittee members, in the non-members of the committee scramble, we're going to work together as a team. And I'm sure, as has been said already, if you move as a team, I don't see what we cannot win or we cannot gain. The past few weeks now, I've been in Western region. In my adopted 4 constituencies, Jomoro, Elembele, Avarojura, and Hunter West. Now, we share the atmosphere at the various residence centers, and our meetings with the party members now. We could see that they are ready for victory. They are ready to fight. We need to motivate them. We need to encourage them through the work that we do. Now, get back to them. Now, me sure say, with the support from our comrades from Accra and the support from we in the region to the constituencies and branches, Western region, I'm sure can get about 90% of the seats.
The deputy national organizer of the NDC, Chief Barney Nixon, who was at the inauguration, said the team has a good track record.
They have the experience, they have the capacity to deliver the team. You saw the regional chairman, he's the chairman. He has done it before. He is the one who took us to the highest. And then today he's the chairman. And he has promised that out of the seats we have in the Western region, he's going to deliver not less than 12. In fact, his target was 12. And you heard the caucus chairman telling him that, no, we should add 2. So now the target is 14. And they are going to work hard to deliver 14 or minimum 12 for the NDC.
Well, that's it for today's edition of the Citi Newsroom. Log on to our website for more stories.
You can subscribe to CityTube on YouTube for more exclusive video contents from Citi TV.
Download the Citi Newsroom app from the Google Play Store and keep updated on the go.
And of course, Citi TV is live on DSTV channel 363 and GoTV channel 182.
My name is Vivian Lokko.
And mine is Umaru, Sanda, Amadu. Thank you for watching us.
Rigwald Solutions is a wholly owned Ghanaian company that offers multiple engineering solutions